Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show for you today. Big Brad, what's up, man? How we doing?
What's up, baby? Wasn't expected to be here, but I am. So I'm excited to talk sports, getting over this cold, getting into weekend footy, talking about what a wild game that was last night. Just excited to be here.
Man, shout out to the Seattle Seahawks. Like, this team does not give up ever. And yeah, I saw it in the chat. Hold on. And it's good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Where's the comment? God, I can't find it. All right, there it is. Michael, fun fact. The Rams are now the only team. God, I can't speak. Jesus. The Rams are now the only team to lose a game after scoring a touchdown in overtime. My God, I apologize. All right, Michael, well done on that. Yeah, that is a stat. God, I can't talk. Unbelievable game by the Seahawks last night. Sorry, I didn't get much sleep at all. That was a heck of a comeback. Did you watch it? Did you stay up for the whole thing?
I didn't stay up for the whole thing. Fell asleep just at halftime, unfortunately, so I missed all the good stuff. But I caught up this morning.
Yeah, it was a hell of a game, man. Now, speaking of last night, so in the picks, we go 2 and 3. God, I can't talk. Rams Seahawks over 42.5. Blake Corum over 9.5 rush attempts. Stafford pick, no. Kyron Williams anytime TD. Dude, could we have anybody steal touchdowns any more than these two teams? Absolutely frustrating betting touchdowns at one point. However, we get them on the backside, and we get them twice. Because, yeah, you like that, Books? Oh, hey. Oh, you lost 3. You won 2. Here's the first one, plus 330. You like that? Nailed that parlay. Here's the second one, plus 525. You like that? All right, so that's why we play those. The Rams and Kyron Williams, I don't know what that relationship is. It's the weirdest thing ever. I've never seen a running back have 34 carries in a game, not even sniff a touchdown. I don't know. The Rams are absolutely wild, but we smoked those parlays last night, so we will absolutely take that. All right, now, college football playoff starts tonight, and it might be the best game on the board in the first round. Where are you going? Alabama plus 1.5 at Oklahoma minus 1.5. Total over under 40.5. Brad, what are you thinking? Where are you going?
Man, we have had an insane amount of unders so far. So just from that standpoint, laws of averages, I'm going that over 40.5.
Yep. I kind of feel you on that, man. You got, well, we'll talk about it, but yeah, polls in the chat, vote now. I'm fascinated to see with where everybody goes with this game. All right. Where do we want to go? All right. Yeah, let's jump right into the picks. All right, let's get it. All right, Brad, start us off. What we got?
Today we are going to the second division of the Netherlands, the Eerste Divisie, or Dutch on your book. It just depends what it has, but it's the Netherlands and it's the second division. Again, Eerste Divisie at 1 p.m. Central Time. FC Eindhoven at home taking on AZ Alkmaar Jong, which is that younger team of the top flight AZ Alkmaar. We're looking for 3 total goals for that push, but 4 for the full cash. And these two teams trend this specific number a lot higher when they're in their home-away split that they're in now. AZ away from home gives up a lot more goals. They hit these totals frequently. FC Eindhoven is more of a home team hitter. They both trend upwards of 75%. But what we like more than everything else is if it gets to that 2.5 number, both teams smash that over 3.5. AZ Alkmaar in 13 straight and a home team in 18 straight. So if we can get to that 3 number, which it looks very, very likely, we should be able to get all 4 goals today in the second division of the Netherlands at 1 p.m. Central Time. FC Eindhoven, AZ Alkmaar, Jong, the younger squad, over 3, minus 133.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce any of that, but you did a great job with that one. No Chill Sports said, smash that like button. Yeah, indeed. And thank you, man. If you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. And make sure to like, subscribe, follow at No Chill Sports Media, and check it out. I think we went for like an hour and a half last night on their show, and it was awesome. So I highly suggest go check that out and like, subscribe, follow because they're the best. All right. Um, Tony said, "AB, we're thinking alike." Taymula, hello. I said I love Taymula. Sorry, I'm telling you, I cannot speak today. I don't know what it is. Taymula, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I love the game to go over. I think both teams today scored 21 points or more. I agree with you completely, right? Sorry. You wrote it perfectly. I'm telling you, I can't read or write today. I think that we're going to see points in this game, Brad, too. You've got Oklahoma off 3 weeks of rest. Alabama off, week and a half rest? I mean, I wouldn't call it rest. I mean, they had to play in the SEC championship. But what I'm getting at is that both of these teams are going to be healthy. And they haven't been healthy in a while, most notably on the offensive line. Now, we just saw this game, and I'll tell you what, pause on the breakdown. Let me show you we'll go through it. Give me Alabama plus 6.5 and over 33.5. That's a teaser. We hardly ever tease college football games, but these are NFL games at this point in college football playoffs. They're NFL games. You've got a 1.5 point spread and a total of 40.5. That's an NFL. And I'm all right teasing that. So let's go with that. Second, I want the over in the game. Like Brad, I agree. Taymula, I agree. Tony, I agree. Like I think the health factor on the offensive line is going to help. Now, well, again, I have to stop. Let me just read through the picks. Kennesaw State plus 3.5 in college football tonight. Jalen Brunson over 2.5 threes of the Knicks tonight, minus 105. All right, apologies, because I know that it helps so much more when you have something that you can look at when we break this thing down. So sorry. I'm getting in my own head here. All right, Brad, we got weekend goal scorers, bro. Break it to us, man. What we got?
We got 2 goal scorers for this weekend. You know the boy up top, Lamine Yamal, the young buck over in Spain's La Liga, playing for top side Barcelona. We're looking for both or either to score or assist. So both of those can come in at minus 140 to cash Lamine Yamal this weekend against Villarreal, playing away where he scored against them the last time that he played. He's also had a goal or an assist in 10 of his last 12 matches, very similarly to the guy on the away end, Dennis Undav, absolutely flying this season. Dennis Undav picks up the ball on the field where a game is played, leading the team, waits at the half line, getting the ball that is played up the field by his mate. What should he do? Dennis, score a goal. What are you waiting for? Dennis, score a goal. What are you waiting for? Excuse me, have no voice, trying to pump through it. Dennis,
you did great.
Over at Stuttgart, playing at home to Hoffenheim this weekend. 2 score or assist. This man has done it in 10 of his last 12. Playing at home, he's doing it frequently, and his other partners in crime who play up top with him are either hurt or missing. So he's a lone guy taking on and shouldering the load in a match that should have plenty of goals, where he's had a goal or an assist in 10 of his last 12. Just like the boy up top, Lamine Yamal. Give us 2 score or assist twice this weekend. Lamine, your boy, Yamal, and Dennis, your boy, Undav.
Dennis, your boy, Undav. Was that Eleanor Rigby?
I just tried to be, man.
Nice.
Woo, struggling this morning getting anything out. I had 0 voice yesterday, so speaking today is nice.
Bro, you're doing a great job. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. I love it. Bowser.
Yeah, somebody put on the auto tune for that one, please.
No, it's great, man. Bowser Trousers said yes. Dennis Undoff. That sounds like everybody's rival in high school. Like, dude, I'm going to fight Dennis Undoff, 305, parking lot. I don't know where that came from. All right. Great job. Today's show is going to be off the rails. I'm just telling you. Like, it's almost Christmas. You can cough. Go ahead. You're fine. I want it noted here. The professionalism, you didn't see it, but you saw it, but you might not have noticed. Brad reached up. He was coughing, stopped his cough, mid-cough, to hit the mute button and went back to coughing. I noticed that. That's very professional. Like, I want it highlighted in the highlight reels of this year. That's a top 10 move. Well done. Joel said, I want to go to an international soccer match with Brad and AB. Me too. Do you have your real ID, Brad? You good to go?
No, I got my passport though.
Ooh, can't hide money. I don't know what that meant. Anyone can clearly go get a passport. All right, so yeah, this show is going to be nuts today. But why not? And look, Tina's here. Hey, Tina. Good morning. How we doing? All right. Bradley, okay. Now, I said that I would wait for the breakdown till we could look at it, okay? Chris said, anybody feel like the fix is in for the Paul Joshua fight tonight?
It's Jake Paul. He's an entertainer. He is not an athlete. Remember that. In the contracts, it is in an entertainment business. It's an entertainment event, which means he can dictate what he wants to do. So just be careful with your money.
So you saying Bruce Pritchard's booking this thing?
Hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying be careful with your money.
Are we booking finishes? Oh my God. I mean, look, the question's valid. You know what I mean? Like, now, all right. Tone Loke said, AB on my way to Norman. Boomer sooner. All right. Let's talk about this. And Douglas said, what's up, AB? Morning, buddy. Morning. Hey, so good to see you. So good to see all of you, for real. Okay. Tone Loke asked the question, said, AB, are you hating on my Sooners? And that answer is no. Because here's the deal, Brad. We just saw this game 6 weeks ago, 5.5 weeks, whatever. Oklahoma, for anybody that might just want a quick refresher, Oklahoma was on what the kids call a tear this season. This team is fantastic. It's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. It's not. If you want an NFL comparison, Oklahoma's the Denver Broncos. Great defense. Great defense. Aggressive coach in Brent Venables. And their quarterback, do not sleep on Moneyline Mateer, because he has that name for a reason. And remember, they also have the kicker who wears the cutoff, the super short cutoffs. And do not sleep on this guy, because he blasts 65-yard field goals on the reg. Like, Brad, this guy literally, like, if you see it tonight, like, watch him. Like, this guy, no joke. And I don't know, like, obviously soccer's its own sport, right? There's more than just kicking, you know, but this dude is sick with it. And he shows off with the extra short Daisy Duke cutoff shorts too.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. He's got flair, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
It's swag to do that in college football.
Oh, and he's got that in spades and backs it up.
You better be good, right?
Oh, and he is. But he's dude, this number one kicker in the draft. Like, this guy's like, oh, y'all going to the transfer portal? Yeah, I'm going to the transfer portal too. It's called the NFL draft. That's what it's called. I'm going to be a millionaire in about 4 months. But, yeah, wind is going to be, look, this is going to be a heck of a game. So let's set it up here. All right, Oklahoma, 1.5 point favorite, total of 40.5. we saw this game 5-6 weeks ago. Oklahoma went to Tuscaloosa and won. And that's after going to Knoxville, Tennessee and winning. That's what this Oklahoma team does. Anywhere, anytime, how you want to go. And there's a total of 40.5 for a reason. Alabama doesn't score a whole heck of a lot either. They can. Oklahoma can too, but Oklahoma's defense is very for real. That said, though, both of these teams got what they needed over the last 2 weeks. It's just a little bit of a rest. Both of them. They've been going all the way to the end, right? Now, we've got Alabama in a teaser at plus 6.5 and over 33.5. We also have the over of 40.5. Greg said, AB, who would you not want to bring bad news home to, Uncle Phil or Carl Winslow? All right, so first off, huge respect to both Uncle Phil and Carl Winslow of Family Matters. All right, let's look at what we're dealing with. Beverly Hills judge, Chicago PD, baby. Which one you want? I don't want to bring it to either, but I really don't want to bring it to Uncle Phil because Uncle Phil is big.
But Uncle Phil's got a big soft side. Big soft side.
He does. Now, shout out to Uncle Phil, Carl Winslow. Like, dude, they were just like when we were growing up, they were like the epitome of like, they're the dads. You know what I mean? They were handling business. Huge respect. Who was the dad on Roseanne? Dan Connor. Dude, when his sister-in-law Jackie, when her husband was hitting her a little bit, Dan went over there, yeah, and took the charge. Those three are the best, dude. But Uncle Phil would scare me the most. But you're right, Uncle Phil does have a big soft spot.
Well, I also liked the dad from oh my god, That 70s Show.
Yeah, Red Foreman.
Yeah, so funny. He's one of my favorite because he was real. Like he felt like a real dad.
Oh yeah, I had heard a lot of that.
Yeah.
Jackie, what is up, family? Hope everyone's having a great day, more profitable one. Go Sooners! Bring DeBoer to Michigan, baby. There we go. So that's another thing. If Kalen DeBoer loses, all right, the head coach of Alabama, is he going to Michigan? I don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, Hawk, yeah. The cops let him have the chicken on the way to the station. Absolutely. She put it in his mouth as he was handcuffed. And then he said, I'll drive. Oh, man. All right, so, dude, we're getting a rematch. Now, okay, here's the next question, Brad. You know, we say it's hard to beat a good team twice, and that's true. But historically, that's not always the case. But Alabama just went through this with Georgia, and they were the team coming in that had already won and then got beat. Now Oklahoma's playing in that. But I don't know how much of a factor that's going to be. But again, we can't bet player props here in Tennessee, but if you have them, yeah, field goal kicking is think if you need an NFL comparison of what this game would be, think the Chargers at the Broncos. Game could get to 60 easily, but it could also be around 36. And that's what that's where the first one was. You know what I mean? Alabama's going to have to be able to run the football. Yeah, Junkie just said it. No running game. Like, that's the thing, man. The offensive line health and Alabama's run game hasn't been there all year anyway with Jam Miller and that whole situation. So, yeah, Yeah, just a bad situation. Oh, well, that's the Michigan part. But still, it's going to be a tight game, man. Here's the last part. We'll break down on this game. Is that go look last year, and I don't know if it carries over, but you remember the first round of the college football playoff last year? Points, man, and blowouts. Now, I don't think we. I mean, I just don't know. I don't think we get a blowout in this game. It could happen. These are two very proud teams. These are two very proud coaches. These coaches will be aggressive, but they'll be very conservative at times too. Very conservative. And I don't say that as a bad thing. This, well, not that we have to say it, it's the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, it is absolute hunt or die mentality. So, Kalen DeBoer, don't overthink that. Even when they can't run the football, they go run the football. You know what I mean? Ty Simpson will definitely use a short passing game. This is one of those games to where you could have a ton of pass attempts and maybe not a bunch of yardage, but, you know, completions, that type of thing. I don't know. Any final thoughts you have on this game, Brad? Anything that stands out to you?
I think you've pretty much covered it. My only real thought is I just think that both teams will go down swinging. So, and even if it gets close at the end, maybe potential overtime. I mean, these are two stud programs. I want to say franchises, but stud programs that have been around for a long time, had a lot of success. Neither of them are going to just be 3-3. I just don't. Doesn't seem right.
No. Look, everything you just said is accurate. Look, Bowser said it's hard to find an angle. It is. It is. Because every angle that you look at, you're like, oh, it's going to be great. You're like, oh, Bama can't run the football. Now, the rest factor is going to be there at some, like, I don't know the value of that, but if you're somebody who's looking, you know, at hey, what are the books telling me? Like, what's the story that they're telling me? Yeah. They're telling you this could be a Chargers Broncos type slug fest for a while. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we got there. All right. We also have 2 college football bowl games today. And understand, one of them starts in 30 minutes. Let me say that again. We have a bowl game that starts in 30 minutes on ESPN. Brad, you ever been to Myrtle Beach?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, I believe I have.
It's beautiful.
Wait, no, I've been to Hilton Head. Excuse me.
Yeah, pretty similar. Yeah. Well, we got the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Live from Conway, South Carolina. Coastal Carolina territory right here, baby. Brooks Stadium. Now, Western Michigan, a 3.5-point favorite. Total of 47.5. You want to know something, Brad? We've got a secret in this game. Well, not a secret, but we've got a nice surprise. This game might be the only bowl game that is going to feature everybody. These are 2 unbelievably proud football teams of what they've accomplished this season, and rightfully freaking so. It's a shame that these 2 teams have to play each other, because these 2 teams have had seasons of like go in, smash somebody in the bowl game, and let's celebrate 11 wins, 10 wins. You know what I mean? Seriously, like, they've done such a great job. Unfortunately, they both have to play each other. So it's a reward, because we might get one hell of a game here. We're on Kennesaw State plus 3.5. I believe in them. It is going to be a hell of a tight game here. Total of 47.5 is a tough one, because that total, we've been riding unders, and I think it's like what, 4-1 or something to the under. The overhit last night. I'm not I'm not sure what we get out of this game, but we could get a really good football game that is heavily defensively played. Western Michigan can play some damn defense. And not that Kennesaw State cannot, but you want a good, like, if you want to sit down and you want to watch a good football game, this is it. These are two very good football teams, very well coached. You'll enjoy it. And it's on at 10 in the morning. Now, Bradley, good day that you're here. One of our proud alumnus. All right. We got Memphis and NC State. The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Live from Raymond James Stadium. The former home of John Gruden and Tom Brady. Currently of Baker Mayfield. But we got Memphis, NC State. NC State a 3.5-point favorite. Total of 56.5. Are we feeling Memphis today? What are we doing?
We are not feeling Memphis at all. You know I like to fade my Tigers. Shout out to my alma mater. Bring back Memphis State. Shout out NC State, keeping the state as a part of it. But seriously, we've talked about NC State multiple times with multiple sports. They're such a bogey team for anybody. I'd take NC State at that -3. I don't see how the Tigers cover 3 full points. It could be 3 points, right? It's potential, maybe a last second cover, because the Tigers will fight and they will give up points. Give me NC State -3.
There we go. 80% of the public is on NC State moneyline. Bowser, thank you very much for that. I said former home of Josh Freeman, also known as everywhere. Seriously, Josh Freeman has to have the best, dresser and closet full of team gear of anybody that's ever played sports. I think he's played for 19 NFL teams, which is awesome. You could do the frame thing, where you frame your jersey and it looks like you had a 67-year career. You're like, dude, you played for everybody. How'd you pull that off? You're like, look how many pairs of shorts and T-shirts that I have. Those are the best, dude. Dude, gear day, always the best. Always the best.
Like Christmas. You know, feeling quite like gear day. The smell of the new clothes. Oof.
I know. Matt said, Matt became a YouTube member. Matt, welcome in. Back. Love you. Good to see you. Fitzmagic. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, too. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Absolutely. Good call there. I bet he does. The Titans are in there. He's got a Titans jersey. Hawk, you see Pavia evading gears are Goodwill. Yeah, that situation, that Heisman weekend, that wasn't good PR. That wasn't good PR. All right, so we're not going with Memphis here. Brad, we're going NC State.
It's just, I think that there could be different levels in these programs. I could be totally wrong, but give me the NC State squad over my AAC at this point. We used to be, we were Conference USA when I played.
Yep. Conference USA, respect.
Yeah, and Kentucky and South Carolina were also in Conference USA. There's no SEC men's soccer, just for everybody.
That's correct. It's only club soccer in the SEC, right?
Unfortunately, man, I wanted to go to UT so bad, play some footy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You ended up in a great spot.
Not too bad.
Yep. But here's the deal. NC State and football, yeah. Now, that Kennesaw State, Western Michigan, Jinxie asks, hasn't Western Michigan been a wagon? Yeah. So's been Kennesaw State. This really is the game that, I hate that they have to play each other. Because if they were playing, just insert X team, that's half cares, both of them would run them out of the planet. And it'd be fun to watch. But You know what? When you get both of them, I guess there we go. Tony said, weather check here in Tampa. Great. 77. It's always good. All right. Let's get the picks up here, man. Bradley, what you got, buddy?
We're going to the second division of the Netherlands, the Eerste Divisie. FC Eindhoven is at home taking on AZ Alkmaar Young, which is the second team of the top flight AZ Alkmaar. We're looking for 3 total goals to get us into that push, but 4 total goals to give us that full cash. I got that at minus 133.
There we go. All right. Alabama plus 6.5 and over 33.5. We're going to take Alabama and Oklahoma over 40.5 by itself, minus 115. Going to go Kennesaw State. I'm doing it, Brad. But, yeah, I know. Public's on Western Michigan. But I'm going to go with Kennesaw State here, plus 3.5. And then Jalen Brunson over 2.5 threes, minus 105. Man, I'm trying to get the Knicks figured out in terms of prop betting. This team is really freaking good. Now, I'm not just saying that because they won the NBA Cup, although a heck of a run that they had winning the NBA Cup. Like, this team is all in it. I mean, this team's playing off of last year. They were really freaking good. Season came to an end, and look who's back. You know what I mean? They're player props. Like Brunson, I want to figure him out because he plays so many minutes and is so versatile, but he doesn't do a lot of everything. Like, he does a lot of things, but he doesn't do a lot of each of those things because, I mean, how much time do you have? You know what I mean? It's hard to have 17 rebounds and 8 threes, you know?
He's Kolek. I know that they got Tyler Kolek. They're like twins. The way they play, stick the butt out, go into that pick and roll. It's tough because if you stick tight to him, he's going to make you foul him or he's going to push you off, slide, and get you in the air. I love Jalen Brunson, the way he plays. If I could go back and I was the Mavs, might keep Jalen Brunson and get rid of Luka and then build around Brunson. I think that could have been a better strategy.
Might have been. You might be right on that. Tony said, AB, remember when we tried to figure out the Orioles? Yeah. Then we figured out that the Orioles are slaw. This was 2 years ago. It was like, all right, we're going to let that go.
When is Schwartz back?
What do you mean?
When does MLB return?
Oh, when does it start? May.
Okay, so we got a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a long off season. Well, pitchers and catchers will report in March. So got a lot of build up too. There's a whole they actually do a preseason, in MLB, right? You get the Cactus League and all that. So it's a nice build up. Now, college baseball starts February 14th. We're less than 2 months of real live college baseball when it's going to be 29 degrees outside. And we've got LSU playing Western Michigan. LSU minus 8.5. Baseball. Oh, you're going to win by 9 runs, huh? Okay. I can't wait for it. All right. Okay. So those are the picks. Now, Brett, I can't read the board because my eyesight's poor, but talk to some soccer, man. What we got?
Yeah, we're talking a league we haven't spoken about before. It's the Malaysian Super League over in Malaysia. They are absolutely flying year in and year out. It's a very high goal total league. Not nearly as much of the both teams to score as the over 2.5 because that both teams to score typically leads into that over 2.5. Not a lot of one-to-ones. You got a lot of differentiation in talent like your top dogs, Johor, who could beat almost every team in the league upwards of 5 to 6 goals. And then you've got a lot of other teams who are really, really poor who can get beat by 5 to 6 goals. It provides a lot of parity. So you know that when you're going into that Malaysian Super League, 7 out of every 10 matches are hitting the over 2.5, and upwards of 80% are hitting that 3.5. So what you see in Malaysia is goals, goals, and more goals.
What you see in Malaysia is what you get. That made no sense. Say that again. What did you say? What you see in Malaysia is goals, goals, goals?
Goals, goals, goals.
That's a good t-shirt right there. That's one of those that you get on like vacation, you know?
Yeah.
Matty Boy said, dude, we're going to get an MLB Cactus League DTL meetup. Now we're talking. Dude, look, we're going to have a Cactus League DTL meetup in Arizona, and we'll have a Grapefruit League meetup in Florida. Big Tony. We got Matty Boy and Big Tony hosting. Let's go. I love it. I hope Major League Baseball never gets rid of the Cactus League and the Grapefruit League. Okay, that's been branding talk. All right. Okay, so it's another one of those weird nights, dude, in sports. You like college basketball? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, honestly, I love college basketball. I like the heart, like that the kids play every single time that they're on the court. You know they're actually giving it their all. Don't have to worry about coming next day or next match. They're giving it everything.
They are.
Maybe it's Abilene.
Was that maybe it's Maybelline? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Abilene. That's good right there, dude. You ever been to Abilene, Texas?
I don't think so. I actually don't know where Abilene is. So if it's close to one of the main cities, it's possible. The San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Austin, you name it, been there. Utah.
Yeah, you could just do that circle right there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. When you start going in that Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, like I was born in Fort Worth, right? So I'm from the DFW Metroplex. All right. But yeah, go south, man. Got like you just got it right there. Anyways, Abilene Christian. Abilene is beautiful. Abilene Christian is a beautiful university. What I'm saying has nothing to do with this game whatsoever. I'm just giving respect to Abilene Christian. Shout out, friend of the program, John Bradshaw Layfield. All right. But here's the problem. BYU's good. And there are like side basketball team. Like, they're fun. There's a reason why they're 33.5-point favorites at home, Provo, Utah. But that's all you've got in regards to betting college basketball in ranked games. Now, you've got some non-ranked games out there. Do what you will. Check with Zach Phelps, Matty Ice. Keep going down the list in the Discord. 33.5, Brad. I don't know if I'm doing that one, but it's a big number. You feeling that 34?
Kind of, actually. I watched, what was it, Duke, Lipscomb. Watched the second half, at least the start of it. Lipscomb was down by 3 at half, right? Shooting well. They lost by 30-something. So yeah. I expect that second half is when they start to pull away. Now, 33, that's a lot. But I like big spreads like this. They tend to be pretty big.
Now, here's the other thing that we have. Another one. We've got a theological showdown here. We do. All right. Christianity is moving in on the Mormons. Christianity is heading into Utah, enemy territory, trying to take over. I don't know if Christianity is coming through tonight. Now,
we're going to see.
Yeah. Look.
John Smith versus Jesus Christ. Who's going to win?
Yep. They slept on my man JC once. Don't do it. He's the ultimate live play.
That man will get right back up after being knocked down.
Can't knock him out. He ain't tapping. And I don't say that jokingly. But here's the problem. Mormons are strong. This could be a tough battle. So yeah, we need. I love that we're shouting out anytime that we have a theological showdown.
We need like one of the graphics, like the showdown graphic, but it's
yes,
theological.
Well, the tough part is that there are going to be people that are brand new that are tuning in that are like, "Oh wow, that was just 3 minutes of blasphemy." Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just kidding around. Trust me, I'm not educated enough to start.
We are unaffiliated.
I'm not smart enough for that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one's going to be tough for Abilene. But again, a shout out, because whether you win or lose the game, it's always a win when you get home to Abilene, Texas. It's beautiful. I'm not kidding. So Christianity is going to get through this one. The Mormons, I think they're going to survive another day. I think they're going to live for it. So 33.5-point favorites. And brought a little religion talk, which is what everybody wants, peppered into their shows. Again, if you're new. Just kidding. All right. The NBA. No theology here, Brad. Okay. Pro sports, we're just going simple mascots. Generally animals. But the NBA, it's a wild card. Heat Celtics. This is a good mirror game. These two teams are pretty identical. Now, Celtics 6.5-point favorite, total 233.5. How many threes are the Celtics going to shoot tonight? 51, 61.
Unlimited.
Alabama's looking at the Celtics like, man, I want to be them. 76ers and the Knicks. Okay. Knicks, a 4.5-point favorite. NBA Cup champion New York. This team is fun. Let me say, if you're somebody who's like, you know what, don't really have an NBA team, because, hey, you might be like me. I didn't grow up around an NBA team. The Grizzlies didn't come to Memphis until way later. Like, I totally understand that, right? So if you're like, somebody saying, well, I don't need like a team like that, necessarily have to root for, but just a team to follow. The Knicks would be that team. And not that the 76ers wouldn't. But the Knicks are a really fun basketball team and a really good, well-coached basketball team, man. They're 4.5-point favorites, total of 228.5 here. Brunson, I'm still trying to piece this together. We'll get it. We got plenty of time. We're not even at Christmas yet, but the Knicks have pieces like their star players, man, they put in minutes, and it's one of those to where, yeah, Junkie said Knicks on a back-to-back. Yeah. And that's why you get a spread. That's like, the spread should be a little more. Whale said Maxey over points. Yeah. I mean, if you're a prop better, this is a good game for you. Right. Okay. Go down. Spurs and the Hawks. Spurs. 2.5-point favorites on the road. Total of 241.5. Huge number. All right, let's have fun with it. We going over or under Spurs Hawks 241.5.
Man. See, that's a tough one because last night I was messaging in the chat. The Hawks put up was over 150.
Yeah, by the second quarter.
Or I think it was 149 at half.
Yeah.
And that was last night. So in a lot of ways, this might be a slower pace, maybe a few more bricks because some of those tired legs, maybe it's just not pushed as fast. I'm going to take that under of 241, sneaky under.
Yeah, I feel you. That under is there for the taking. You know what I mean? So good look there. Last two games, you only have 5 tonight. It's not a huge slate in sports. Like, you've got games for sure, but it's not the biggest spread of them. Bulls and Cavs. Bulls, we holding on here? All right, Brad, what are we doing? Cavs 7.5-point favorite. Total 240.5. What are we doing?
Taking another under. I like when the Cavs play because they'll get out to a lead or they'll be losing. And then typically it gets just too wide, not a lot of close 1-2 point games. And late, it can lead to that under, just a 5-minute, 6-minute stretch of nothingness for the Cavs, just brick city. It's going to be that under.
I like it. And then finally, the Thunder at the Timberwolves. Brad, this is the respect that the Thunder are getting. The Timberwolves are 17-10 this year and are playing at home and are 8.5-point underdogs. The Thunder are 25-2. And it took a while to get that too. 12-1 on the road. What are we doing here? All right, spread-wise, you feeling Thunder? You feeling Timberwolves?
Is Ant playing? Because the other night we were looking at the Wolves and then Ant didn't play against the Grizz. So that kind of changes everything that we thought and our opinions before that match. So if Ant playing...
You ask the most important question of betting NBA games. And the answer is you're going to have to wait until later this afternoon. Unfortunately. That's the one thing. Like, Brad, we go live 9 a.m. every day, Central. And it's very valuable. There's a reason why I've started 11 brands at 9 a.m. all at the same time, which has now become competition. But it's a very valuable time, except with the NBA. The NBA, it would be a good time to have like a good 5 o'clock show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That would be valuable. Maybe we'll do that. But yeah, like that, like you ask a great question because we all get it. And look, I'm not coming at the league, I'm not coming at players, anybody, but it's just how the league is. You're just not gonna know full starting lineups until 2 hours before.
Look, you're lucky it's 2 hours. In soccer, a lot of times it's anywhere between 45 to 30 minutes. So you have no idea. You'll have an entirely changed team, 11 different players. It's absurd. I feel the NBA's pain because I'm a soccer bettor.
Yeah. Toucan said, feel like they intentionally have held Edwards out in anticipation for this game. He was supposed to come back the other day. Yep, spot on. Correct. Yeah. So
he should be gunning too.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Chip.
It's going to be a good game. Oh, this is going to be a good game. The NBA is, solid tonight. I was halfway in between a sneeze and a cough. And weirdly, neither happened. That was a misfire. Busted a tire in Mario Kart. Remember the little cloud guy? Do you play a lot of Mario Kart?
Oh, did I play a lot of Mario Kart? Absolutely smoked Mario Kart all growing up. Now, the best Mario Kart was the OG Super Mario Kart on 64. Shout out Yoshi. Shout out Koopa.
Yoshi and Koopa. You weren't rolling with Donkey Kong?
He's too slow. Yeah, he's fast, but I was cruising around people. I couldn't what was it? The power slide? With him, I wasn't good with the power slide.
Yeah. Maddie said, AB, who's your Mario Kart main? Donkey Kong. That's exactly who I roll with every time. He's a mess. But if you get him going, you can get some decent little traction with your tires sometimes. A lot of times, you got to take those curves wide, bro. Real wide. Yeah, look, I said I'm a Bowser guy. Look, me and you think the same. We've got similar body types here with Donkey Kong and Bowser. Yeah, well, DK is my guy too. There we go. Yeah. Drop in the chat who your Mario Kart, who that one is. Addison said Yoshi. Nice. Yoshi's a good one. Great handling. Toucan GoldenEye for N64 is the pinnacle. Absolutely is. I can hear that music now. And walking like what like with your weapon and that dude. Oh my god. And GoldenEye, like all of those, like the coding people, like forgive me, I don't know all the positions that go into creating a video game, but I want to tip my hat to every single one of them because they had to feel like when they put the like last code in on that, they had to know. They were like, "Yep, we just dropped gold
What a game.
forever."
What a game. I mean, GoldenEye walked so Call of Duty could sprint. It became what we know as today. N64, man, underrated.
Oh, dude. Uh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah. All right, let's hit the picture one time. Then we'll bounce out. We've been up for an hour. I don't want to keep everybody. Brad, what you got?
Yeah, we're going to the second division of the Netherlands, the Eerste Divisie. FC Eindhoven at home's taking on AZ Alkmaar Young, the second team. 3 total goals gets us into that push, but 4 total goals gives us that full cash, minus 133.
Beautiful work, my friend. All right, I'm going Alabama plus 6.5 and over 33.5 tonight. Alabama, Oklahoma over 40.5, minus 115. Kennesaw State. Bradley, can we do it? Kennesaw State plus 3.5. Then Jalen Brunson of the Knicks. I'm going to take a shot here at threes. Understand, if you're somebody saying, AB, it's December 19th, bro. I'm not trying to take any risky bets around Chris. Like, I get it. And this, as much as I love Jalen, I'm not coming at Brunson over it. He is just a versatile guy. One night it's going to be threes. The next night it's going to be assists. That you're like, he's an all around captain type player. You know what I mean? And he's chipping in on everything. He's fun to watch, man. So, anyways, we're gonna roll with Brunson there. Over 2.5 threes. All right, Brad. Any final thoughts, big dog, before we get out of here?
Yeah. Just keep it light over the next day and also make sure you talk about lineups. We have talked about the rotations, but specifically, a lot of players have just left to the AFCON, which is the African Cup of Nations. So if you have a top African player, i.e., a Hoffenheim playing this weekend against Stuttgart away, and your striker, your top goal scorer, Torre, is gone with the national team, that could really affect the goal output for your team. So Liverpool, Mo Salah, yeah, he's not in good graces, but it's that type of player, top player, that's going to make a difference. But some of these teams might not be taking some of those players like the Cameroon, which I mentioned the other day, because they don't have these lineups set. But keep your eyes on your lineup. If there's an African player who is a good African player, as in has had call-ups with their national team and has played minutes, just be very, very careful trying to drop on anything until 45 minutes prior to kickoff.
Yeah, get that last check-in, huh?
Unfortunately, I mean, it's going to make a huge difference. It almost made the difference the other day in our Israeli game where our top striker for the away team was not there. Good thing they scored 2 quick goals before they stopped scoring. We need those guys. They're very, very important.
We do need those guys. Addison said, I need to get an SNES. The emulators are good, and the great hit systems they put out are fun, but nothing like the OG. Agreed. Like, I have the NES Classic, and I love it, right? Like, I don't know how many games, but it's got a good amount of games, and it's all the right games for NES, right? And I want to get the Super Nintendo one, too. But I agree with Addison in the fact, like, the emulators are cool. It works perfectly for me. But the OG, oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I have NES, N64, Sega Saturn, PS2, and 3 original Xboxes. That's amazing. Dude, the PS2, when it came out, like they were so on their game, and it played PS1 games, and it was a DVD player, like, and it was priced well, like that PS, like all of these systems in their own rights, like all have their slot in history, right? That PS2 drop was huge. Were you a PlayStation guy, Xbox guy, any of that?
I was an Xbox guy. I actually got the original Xbox, had the original Halo. I just saw Edison mentioned in the chat he played Halo 2 the other night. Dude, Halo 2 Xbox Live was like my early teenage years when it first came about. That was how all the guys would hang out in early high school, latter middle school. That's just early childhood for me.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Now, I said I got the game cast from Malibu's Most Wanted. Hey, yo, Bloodbath, you're indicating what? Indicating. You're indicating. You said you had a what? Game cast. What? You mean a GameCube and I said I had a game cast. Underrated movie right there. Malibu's Most Wanted. Hey, yo, Bloodbath.
Everybody calls me B-Rad G, so shout out Malibu's Most Wanted.
Very underrated movie. You're indicating. What? Indicating. Oh, my goodness. Western already scored? Okay, all right. All right, that's time that we have to get out of here. Okay, so, all right, we've got college football that's on now, and we're already down, so this isn't good. All right, Brad, any final thoughts, then we'll go.
Keep it light, keep it simple. There's those 3 goal scorers this weekend we love to talk about. Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane. They're all ugly lines above -200. So you're not going to be looking to play any of those pre-match. But in the first part of that match, if it drops, which it will, if they don't score around 30, 25-ish mark, to slam those goals, you know that they're going to come in and get opportunity after opportunity. 3 top guys. Hit him.
Boom. There we go. Action said, don't be hating. I get into his voice. He's got to, don't be hating. That's it. Freddie Bear said, great show. Freddie Bear, great show. Indeed. By all of you, you guys absolutely make it what it is. Okay. All right. We'll get out of here. We'll be live today. And yeah, good point by Hawk. He said, isn't the afternoon show made exactly for the NBA? Excellent call. You're right. It's been a week or a year. We're closing in on a full year.
I'll be a full year streaming with DTL here in about a month.
That's amazing. Like,
crazy to think about.
I know. It's awesome. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you in a little bit. Thanks. Who's got it better than us?